Hello everyone, my name is Joshua Winkins, and welcome back to another Final Cut Pro 10 tutorial. In this video, I want to go over 5 ways to speed up your Final Cut Pro 10 workflow. Now these are tips and tricks that I wish I knew when I first started out editing, because these are really going to save you a lot of time. So let's go ahead and just minimize that of Final Cut Pro 10. And the first one is organization and folders. Now, as you can see right here, here is a finished folder or a finished project of one of my old videos. Definitely go ahead and check this video out. It's a stock footage tutorial. Really enjoyed making this video. But as you can see right here, I don't just like dump footage into my timeline and then just export it, and then when it's all finished, it's all said and done, and then I'm just completely done with it. No, every single time I export a video or when I import a video, everything is all organized and everything is put into different folders. As you can see right here, here's the final edit. Here's the music, the sound effects, and the stock footage. Now, not only is it important to put everything into folders, but it's also important to rename all your clips. Let's say, for example, you went to New York City and you had like 200 different clips. Instead of just dumping it all into your timeline and trying to find certain clips, it's a good idea to, first of all, go through and make sure to get rid of any bad clips. But once you're done with that, make sure you also rename all your clips, because it's going to be incredibly important when you're trying to find a specific clip. So that's literally the first tip. It's just organization and folders. Now, let's go ahead and just exit out of this folder, and let's open up Final Cut Pro 10, and let's say I want to start importing the footage. So I'm going to work on this video. So instead of just, for example, let's say I had no folders. It would be incredibly difficult to find all the different clips. So for example, here's the music. I'm going to go ahead and just import the music. So there we go, the music is imported. Now I want to work on the sound effects. Now you could also open up the folder and select a clip, but also other reason this is nice is instead of selecting all these clips, I can just select the folder and import the entire folder. So again, another big reason why you want to use folders. And then let's just go ahead and import some clips. I'm not going to import all the clips because that'll take a little while to render. And if you want to import all the clips, open up the folder, hold down Command, and let's just select maybe 2 or 3 different clips. Hold down Command and select or import the selected. Now, as you can see right here, I also have it leaving in checked off for leaving in folders, keywords from folders. That makes it incredibly important because it just helps it. Final Cut Pro 10 doesn't do its own kind of like trying to sort your files. It'll leave it how you have left your folder, so that's incredibly important to keep that check, as well as all these other things. You probably also you want to have the leave files in place checked. For the most part, just go ahead and just copy all of my settings right here. Let's import the footage right here, and there we go. All the sound effects, the music, and the footage is here, all because everything is in folders, and it just helps make things a lot easier. Now, another thing you're going to want to do, as I already showed right here, is Proxy Media. Now, as you can see, transcoding, create Proxy Media. I had that checked right here. You can also go up to here in Preferences and under Import, create Proxy Media. I already made a video about this, but basically what Proxy Media does is it creates, as you can see right here in this preview window, let's go ahead and just import a clip. Basically what it does is it creates a compressed preview right here. Once you export the video goes back to its normal resolution, but you want to use Proxy Media, especially if you're working with like 4K footage or 8K footage, or footage that is really, really high resolution. And especially if you don't have a super fast computer and you have a slower computer, Proxy Media allows you to edit things a lot faster. So for me, my computer isn't super slow, but when it comes to 4K files or 8K files or really high resolution files, I want to check off Proxy Media because the playback and everything's going to be a lot smoother. Overall, it's going to be a lot faster, and your timeline and your program's not going to lag as much. You'll create a compressed preview right here. But once you export it, don't worry, the video is not going to be compressed. Once you export it, the video is going to go back to its normal resolution. Now I want to go over keyboard shortcuts. Now I'm going to go over some like very broad keyboard shortcuts that just overall help you edit a lot faster. The first one is importing footage. So I'm going to go ahead, press on Command and select all 3 of these clips. Now instead of just dragging them on the timeline, I'm just going to press W, and there you go. We've imported all the clips. Now it's a very basic import process. There's much more advanced ways to do with different keyboard shortcuts, but that to me is the simplest way to do it, and all the keyboard shortcuts are going to be up on screen. But the first one is importing using W. Now to zoom in and zoom out, hold down Command, press on plus if you want to zoom into the timeline, and to zoom out, press down Command and press on the minus button, just in case you want to zoom into your timeline or zoom out of your timeline. Of course, every situation calls for different I don't know, like whether you want to zoom out or zoom in. It's all very depending on what you're trying to do. Sometimes you want to zoom out and see the whole entirety of your entire project, but sometimes you may want to press Command plus, zoom in if you want to narrow down on a specific part of your timeline. So you also want to use the undo tool. So what if you accidentally mess up? So go ahead and just press Command Z. Literally, that's all you gotta do. So let's say I import this clip, and then I accidentally, I'm not sure how I would accidentally import a clip, but I accidentally imported this clip. Hold down Command Z, and there we go. You've just undone everything. That's incredibly crucial if you accidentally do something, and it just makes things a lot faster. Another thing to go over is the blade tool. This is just really helpful if you want to cut clips up. So let's go ahead and press on the clip, hold down Command B, the blade tool, and then delete. So again, let's say I want to cut this clip right here. Press on the clip, Command B. There we go. We've cut up the clip. Press on the delete key, and there we go. We've got rid of that clip right there. So that's one really useful keyboard shortcut. Those are just some of the very basic ones. Now another thing I want to go over is adjustment layers. Adjustment layers basically allow you to affect multiple clips at once. So for example, let's say I had 50 clips and I want to put the 8mm film effect onto all of these clips at the same time. I could individually put it onto each one of these clips, but if I have 50 clips, that's going to be a real pain. So what you're going to want to do is head over here. This is a plugin. Download link is going to be in the description. Take the adjustment layer and put it on top of your clip. Now obviously this is a small little example, these are only 3 clips, but let's say your example might be a lot bigger. Your situation may call for a little more extreme methods. Like I said before, it could be 50 clips and you want to apply the same effect onto 50 clips at the same time. Let's go ahead and just open this project right here. Let's go ahead and play it. As you can see, the adjustment layer did absolutely nothing. Nothing changed. So how do you change that? Well, let's go over here to the effects panel. Also a plugin, so download link in the description. Take the 8mm film effect and apply it onto the adjustment layer. Important part here, onto the adjustment layer. Do not apply this onto one of the clips. It has to be onto the adjustment layer. So as you can see right here, let's go ahead and play it. And because we put it onto the adjustment layer, there we go. We apply the 8mm film effect to every single one of those clips. So let's just undo it. Most importantly, apply the effect onto the adjustment layer. What if you want to color grade multiple clips, like 10-15 clips at the same time? Same thing, put an adjustment layer, go over to the color section right here, and let's just apply a color wheel. Importantly, onto the adjustment layer, not onto the clips. I want to stress that a lot because you might accidentally put it onto a clip and you may be saying, well, the adjustment layer doesn't work. That's because you didn't put it onto the adjustment layer. As you can see, everything looks the same. So let's click on the adjustment layer and let's just boom, crank up the shadows. Obviously this is not what you want to do, but I just want to show you how it works. As you can see right here, look at this. We've boosted the shadows on all 3 of these clips. Again, everything underneath the adjustment layer is going to be affected. So again, if you want to color grade multiple clips at the same time, put an adjustment layer on top of those clips and then apply the color wheel or your color preset onto the adjustment layer. And it's that simple. Another thing you want to do is create presets. Now, as you can see in color right here, I have a couple presets named. So let's just use this one, a GH. Let's apply the preset onto the adjustment layer. Now, why would you want to use this? Well, what if you're recording multiple videos with the same camera, the same lighting setup? Overall, all the different clips look exactly the same. Well, you're going to want to color grade all of those clips exactly the same. And a preset allows you to have all the clips look exactly the same instead of manually going through and trying to color match 15 different clips. That's incredibly painful. So definitely just use a preset and then apply it to an adjustment layer. That way all the clips are affected. So as you can see right here, I applied the preset onto the adjustment layer, and it is affecting every single clip underneath it. So you may be asking yourself, okay, well, how in the world do I create a preset? As you can see right here, go ahead and let's just say for some weird reason this is the preset we wanted. There we go. You want to obviously you need to first create it. So use a color wheel, color curves, hue saturation curve, or whatever. You have to first create the preset, then head over to save effects preset, name whatever you want, put into whatever category you want. But there we go. That's how and then you just click on save, and then you have saved the preset. I've talked about this before in my color correction video, so definitely go ahead and check it out. But that's the very basic idea of how to create a preset, and that's pretty much it. Use folders, make sure your files are all organized. Use Proxy Media because it helps you edit a lot faster. Use keyboard shortcuts, they'll speed things up. Adjustment layers allow you to affect multiple clips at the same time, so you don't have to individually do it to every single one of those clips. Very, very important. And presets just overall make things a lot faster, so you don't have to individually go through every single one of your clips. You can just apply a preset and it will affect all the clips, and you don't have to mess with anything. Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you found it somewhat helpful and informative. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I upload new Final Cut Pro 10 tutorials every single Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. See you guys in the next one. Peace.